Wait. What do I do? Wait. Look at this. Look at. This is a Dragville. What's up, metalheads? Welcome back to the Metal Block. We're gonna check this album out. I mean, you know what? Like, I think it dropped about 4 or 5 days ago. Dragville. The album is "A Cruel World of Dreams and Fears," I believe is the title there. Look at this album cover, though. I mean, what drew me to it was all of the memes that were coming out. Like, and I didn't know what to think at first. I joined. I'm a part of this black metal group on Facebook, and I just kept seeing. I saw this album cover along with this, and I thought it was funny because like I said, he's posing like Michael Jackson's Thriller, and then I guess like also like Lionel Richie. Not sure who that guy is, but yeah. So I don't know, like but here's the thing. So I'm going through all the memes or whatever. I like that one. That was funny. This one's cracked me up. Hit me, baby, one more time. There's that one. It's just started a firestorm of different memes from everybody, and if you remember a Bath, from Immortal, like he was actually like kind of like the first meme sensation, when for a while there, all these like memes about black metal memes or whatever, always with a bath, like I need to take a bath or whatever, but yeah, so this kid, it looks like a kid in the photo. I don't know how old he is. We can get into that, and who he really is, but the controversy is it AI? So I don't know. Like, here's the thing: is like I'm going with all these memes. I'm cracking up, blah 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 blah. And I thought, I saw a link to the actual album, and I thought, because at first I thought, well, maybe this is a joke. Maybe this is like this AI, because the photo does look AI. I mean, it could be a real. Someone pointed out that the roses don't grow on the ground, which is true, but they could be just placed there. Like maybe he clipped the roses and just laid them all around him, perfectly standing up or something. I don't know. But yeah, I mean the photo, the cover art does look kind of AI. I mean, now that I look at it, at first I thought, well, I like the old school cut and paste the logo and the album title onto the cover. But the closer I look at it, it looks a little bit too perfect to be kind of cut out with scissors or whatever and then placed on there. So like I said, the cover could be AI, but it drew me to it. So I listened to the record, and it's brilliant. It's brilliant black metal. It's really good. And I'm usually really good at telling AI music from the real music, because there's a certain like sound in the bass guitar of most of the AI sound. I haven't really heard any black metal AI or AI produced black metal. But like a lot of like kind of country songs or pop songs that I've heard, there's something in the bass, and there's also something in the voice when they sing that you can pretty much tell it's AI. There's like a little, I can't explain it really, but it's just something that my ear picks up, that I'm able to tell it's okay. Yeah, that was probably AI. Pretty much that's AI. But when I first heard this, I just loved it. I mean, the guitar playing is kind of sloppy, but good at the same time. Like, it just sounds real. It sounds like he's not a skilled player, but he's good enough to where he's a good songwriter. Like, he's actually writing good melodies, and the riffs that he's come up with sounds good. Now, so I'm jamming into it. I'm thinking, damn, this could be. So I went on his Bandcamp, and I went and bought the digital download, because it's not. I was hoping he had vinyl or CD, but apparently that's coming later. I just saw an ad that he promoted on his Instagram, that he is going to release it on vinyl and CD coming soon. So that's cool. But here's the thing. Then I'm starting to read the comments. I'm starting to like dig a little bit more into the controversy of it all. And people are saying it's AI, that, even the music is AI. And to me, it would be a letdown, because look, if he did create this all in AI and he was transparent about it, if he put it out and said, hey, I'm so-and-so, I created a black metal album using AI, blah, 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 blah. I can respect it. Would I be a fan of it? Probably not. It probably wouldn't be something I'd pay for. I'd just respect it for, okay, cool. You fed a prompt into a computer and you created this music. You didn't really write the music. You didn't perform on the music. You just fed it a prompt. So you can't really call yourself a musician. You can't call yourself a songwriter. I get a lot of AI people, musicians or whatever, or they think they're musicians, that I created a song. And it's like, what did you do on the song? Did you put any overlays? Did you add any guitars yourself onto it? Did you add your own vocals to it? I can respect that a little bit. At least you put some kind of percentage of human touch on it, you know. But if all you do is feed a prompt like AI, I need a song that sounds like goth, that sounds like black metal with vocal style of freaking what's his name, Nergal from Behemoth or whatever. But if you fed that into a prompt and then the computer creates this whole song out of those ideas, then you're not a songwriter. You just gave it. It's like if you came to me as a song, I'm an actual songwriter. And if it's like if you came to me and say, hey, can you write me a song that sounds kind of like Judas Priest meets maybe Iron Maiden, blah, blah, blah. And then I would come up with the song and I would write the song and, you know, it would have those influences in there, but I would be the songwriter. You just gave me the idea. You know, I'd maybe give you some credit for like, hey, yeah, so-and-so thought I'd be cool if I wrote a song like this. And so I give you that kind of credit, but you're not going to get any like music royalties or nothing. You can't get like, can't copyright ideas or publish ideas. You know, there's got to be an actual, some work put into it. So that's my thing. So here I am loving this record, thinking this is probably going to be my top #1 black metal record of 2025 since it just came out. But then as I'm exploring a little bit more, I'm hoping it's not AI. I haven't seen proof yet. Everyone I've seen in comments said, well, I haven't seen no proof that it's AI. Yeah, we know the cover is pretty much probably AI. I have no problem like with cover art being AI. I know a lot of bands do it, or even music videos. I mean, the music videos AI is kind of cool, but there for a while it was starting to, like, all of them kind of looked alike, you know. But I've been seeing some AI videos that actually look pretty good, like as if they're like actually put a lot of work into them, and I have no problem with that. To me, when it comes to music, that's what matters. I do have a problem with AI art if it's being used to create comic books and things like that, and then or like to manipulate artists and things like that, as far as for comic book work or things like that. But as far as like album cover artwork, not a problem with it, or using it for promo stuff. I use AI for promo stuff on the Metal Block. I mean, sometimes I'll find a cool pic, or I'll just manipulate one of my pictures using AI and use that for like a promo ad or something, because it looks cool, and plus it's just quicker. And you know, I don't have the budget to pay some artists like $1,000 to come up with something within 2 weeks, you know. But so there's those aspects, and AI has always been used in that kind of stuff. I mean, dating back to probably the 90s and stuff, when people were using, you could say, a form of AI on Photoshop and things like that to create movie posters and stuff like that. So not a big deal for that. Like, that's not my problem. And there's probably, and I think the drums are programmed. They don't sound like a real drum set to me. No problem with that. I use programmed drums for my music. You know, as long as it's a good beat, that's all that matters. And as long as it sounds real, like the drummer I use, the drum programmer I use for my music, he sounds like real. I think he's actually really playing the drums, but I buy my beats from that guy, and I've had people ask me, yeah, who's playing drums? I go, well, some dude from found on YouTube that I buy the files from when he sells them. So anyway, I'd have no problem with that. My problem with if it's fully AI, but we don't know. Let's listen to it together and find out. Okay. Tell me if you can hear whether it's AI or not. We're going to listen to a song called Nights Without. I don't even know the full title of it. Let me see. Nights Without a Name. All right, here we go. Oh. So I don't know, man, because the bass does sound kind of like it's kind of going kind of too perfectly with the drums, or maybe the guitars there. I mean, because the guitar sounds like authentic, like fuzzy, muddy, you know, and it just sounds like somebody's really playing that guitar. It doesn't sound to me like that's AI generated, but let's go. Yes, it's hard to tell because the production is obviously purposely kind of, that's the thing. If you want a really good raw black metal, you got to have that kind of like not so great production, like dates back to the first Bathory album from 1984. I mean, to me, I think it's one of the best albums to this day that, with technology and everyone, with these perfect productions now, especially black metal, is like, that to me just sounds so fierce and so much better than the shit that's most of it's out today that's produced really well. And because you can hear like the energy, the fire that Corlon was putting into those songs, into his voice and stuff. And this kind of feels like that, that's why I'm, 50-50, is it AI or not? Whatever it is, if it is AI and this guy has fooled everybody, whoever produced it, is brilliant in that aspect. The fact that look at all the attentions it's got. I mean, it's a freaking web-wide sensation as far as memes go. I mean, look at this one. Let me show all the memes. Like that one with Nergal from Behemoth. But yeah, so it's brilliant. And if it's not AI and it's really music, which I'm hoping it is, please God help, whatever you out there, whatever, it's the universe or whatever. Please let it be real. Because I really, really like it, and I'd just be so let down. So here's the thing, too. I reached out to him on Instagram, and I messaged him on the Bandcamp after I bought the album digitally to invite him onto the show, to invite him onto the show and do an interview with him, and maybe he could set the record straight. I'm sure he's got to be looking at online and seeing all this stuff going on. He's from Czech Republic. Am I saying that right? The Czech Republic. Let's take a little bit look at. Cause I went on and I Googled to see if he had like a Wikipedia, but it looks like he's in the Metal Encyclopedia, which is cool. I'm in there too with Will-O-Wisp, so look that up. I'm gonna do share screen here. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Almost shared my Pornhub. Just kidding. Anyway, so it looks like Shangwa Love, and I've heard people say that he's put out an album before, like one in 2023 or something like that. And that this is like his new project. So it says he plays everything 2022, 2025 vocals. Yeah. Am I saying the name Shangwa Love? He's from like I said, from Czech Republic. Real full name is Vivien Konolava. Maybe that's his real name. He was born in 2002. So he's definitely probably a Gen Z. Yeah, there he is. It looks kind of like the same guy on the cover there. Like even if the cover is AI, maybe he used like his own photo and just had it manipulated. Maybe put his photo in and then put the prompt as like have me posing like Michael Jackson on Thriller, because it's a brilliant move. I mean, come on, I'm thinking about doing a black metal project and just do something funny like that for a cover and not tell anybody who it is, but I'll actually play the instruments and put out and produce the music. It's got me inspired, man. So yeah, he's got a pass. I mean, Bezodina, Crimson Rot, his past bands that he's in. Dying Grotesque. Have any of you guys heard of them? Rectal Surveillance. I mean, this is like probably like deep underground black metal shit. But yeah, there's somebody like the black metal community as far as like the black metal community that's like. Oh, were you guys able to see all that? Let me see. And with this, I guess I'll find out. Like, I don't know if you guys were able to see all that stuff on metal on Encyclopedia, the Metal Encyclopedia, because I had the video up there. But yeah, but anyway, so yeah, but there's all these like black metal, like the purists and the gatekeepers on they're like thinking this is a joke, and I've never heard the term. I know there's so many different subgenres of black metal, like there's suicidal black metal, there's riding my bicycle black metal, there's fucking took a bath black metal, whatever. But I guess there's romantic black metal, which I never heard that term. I know of romantic Satanism, which is kind of basically what the Satanic Temple kind of bases their version of Satan on, the Lost, Paradise Lost or whatever, the novel. And yeah, so what do you people think? Is it AI or not? You want to check out it? Let's hear another song here. Let me pull it up here. This is called Wolves Feast on Forgotten Dreams. Let's see what this sounds like. Sounds like real guitar, like little bit of chorus on there, a couple missed notes. That photo of it. Woo! Make a Michael Jackson proud. Yeah. So I mean, it sounds cool. I mean, hard to tell. Like I said, I'm stumped. Like I said, I've gotten fooled before though. There's one time I checked out a band on YouTube and it was like kind of a AC/DC rock kind of sounding band or whatever, and it just sounded so good. I was like about to buy the record, looking to see if I could buy the record, and then I read in the description it was all done by AI, and I was like, ah, fuck. Look, I know there's people that, well, if the music's good, what's it matter? Well, it can be good, but I don't know. Maybe it's part of being a musician, or I just love real music. I just love real human like music. I just can't. I just feel weird inside. It's just a weird feeling I get inside to sit there and be a fan. It's like if you were to say, it's like if you were a fan of like the Mario Brothers theme song or something, like yeah, you might like the song because it's part of the video game, but you're not going to sit there and go like, oh, I'm going to put on the Mario Brothers theme and jam it in my headphones, or jam it on, while I'm cleaning the house, or put on a record and it's the Mario Brothers. Although I did used to have the Pac-Man Fever record when I was a kid. Had all the songs about video games, Pac-Man Fever, Defender, Frogger, all that shit, Centipede. But no, but I mean, but that was actually produced by a real guy who was actually creating songs about those video games. It wasn't like the video games music that's in the game. So like I was saying, so AI to me is that, like, it's just it's computer made music, and I just can't find myself, regardless of how good it is, I can't find myself. I can respect how good it is, but I just can't be a fan of it. I'm not going to sit there and like listen to it and jam it on a regular basis. So it'd be hard for me to, like, if I find out this is AI, when all is said and done, it'd be hard for me to really appreciate. I can appreciate the work put into it, but it'd be hard for me to just say, "Wow, this is a favorite record of mine," because then all my hopes and dreams about it would be like just, boo. So I'm hoping he comes on the show. I'm hoping I get a response from him. Like I said, I reached out to him yesterday on his Bandcamp, and I just reached out to him this morning on his Instagram. Hasn't seen my message. It usually shows you if somebody's read your message or not. Hasn't seen it. And then I guess there's a record label that maybe he's on, or just distributing like the vinyl and CD. So if I don't hear from him, I might reach out to them, because they're the ones promoting that it's going to be coming out on CD and record soon. But I can't remember what the name of that label was. I should have looked it up before I got on here. But I saw that this morning, and it was like, okay, cool. So CD and vinyl. So they're serious about this. I'm just hoping, please. Just please be real, because it's so good. I want it to be real. It's like if I found out Bathory was fucking like, no, it wouldn't have been AI, because not in 1984. Again, I have no problem with programmed drums. I have no problem with the AI artwork. I think it'd be cooler if that was actually him on the cover, but even if it was AI, it kind of looks like him. Like I said, I mean, the picture on that metal encyclopedia, it kind of looks similar to that, and who knows. But yeah, I have no problem with the AI cover art. I have no problem with programmed drums. That's all fine. Just please let the music be real. Let the vocals be real. Let the guitars be real. So what do you think, people? Dragville, he's the new pop black metal sensation. He's not even pop black metal, but you know what I mean. He's just he's blown up, and it's just a brilliant marketing move, regardless of whether it's AI or real. Whoever did this, it's got everyone talking. It's got the metal and the black metal community talking, just from that image alone. And then, like I said, with all the cool memes, let's run through them again just real quick. That one, boom. That one. There's probably so many more. These are just what I collected off Facebook. I like that one the funniest. Maybe that's supposed to be Varg, I guess, from that one. I like that one too. This one. Yeah. Yeah. We are the Metal Block. You know what? You can email me at the metalblock333@gmail.com. I'd like to give a shout out to I think his name is Corey. He won the Ghost action figure from my last video I did with my friends. We reviewed the last Ghost record, and yeah, so he's got him. He's in Texas, so he won the Ghost Papa 4 action figure. All you had to do is just name a song that I listed, that I wrote down off of Impera, and he had to guess that song, and he guessed it. It was Kaiserion. I put the first one. I didn't think anyone would guess the first one. I thought it'd be harder if I put the first one because people wouldn't expect that. Anyway, that's a whole nother chapter. The Metal Block, you know, I'm trying to get more shows going and get more content on. You know, I just had to do this because, like I said, I've been intrigued by this guy since he dropped and everything, Draugveil, and glad you were able to analyze it with me and have some fun and drop it in the comments. You know, what your thoughts are. Just what are your thoughts on AI? You know, let's talk about it. You know, let's talk about it. You know. Again, if people don't care that it's AI, then it's just going to keep happening. AI is never going to go away. It's just the more people that accept it and just be okay with it, they don't care if it's human made or not, then the more we'll see of it. And it's getting scary out there, you know, because, you know, we're already on the brink of World War III, and it's probably just going to take one little AI video, somebody saying something, a big world leader that's going to just set it all off, blow up. But you know what? We're here. All we care about is metal, rock, music in general, regardless of what your music genre is. You know, if you love it, that's fine. All right, and it's just that's all we can do. Just be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. You have to be kind to yourself, because if you're not good to yourself, you're no good to anyone else. I tell you that, boy and girls. Woo! All right, so thank you for joining me on this Dragville. Get out there and check it out, and let me know what you think. Hit the like and the subscribe, all that good stuff. Email me at the metalblock333@gmail.com if you have any questions. You want to give me some ideas, show ideas. If you have anybody that you want to get me to interview on the show, I'm trying to get some music guests on here. Got a few lined up. And yeah, so horns up and peace out. Yeah.